Hi YouTubers, not done a video in nearly a month. What I've been doing, I've saved up for an LED system. This thing costs 300 quid. It runs off one power socket. The timers, the settings are all done there. Also, when you're sat in your chair, you get a snazzy little remote, so you can alter settings from your chair without having to get up. Just go back a bit. This is the tank, just ramping up now, so it's mainly on the blues. But that's a makeshift framework on the lid, which I've got to do next week. I've got to put a bigger pelmet, hide all this inside, so the outer will lift up for feeding and the light will just stay where it is inside. But I'll just put the display on for you. All touch screen. On here you'll not be able to see it, but I've got it set to custom what I've set it to. At the moment the blues are at 10% and the whites are at 0. With this you got 48 half-hour settings or 24-hour 1-hour settings. So I obviously went for the 48 because you've got better control. It ramps up slower and more accurate. It's 101 LEDs. It's 32 inches long, 8.5 inches wide. There's 48 blue LEDs, 48 on the white, and 3 moonlight. It's just gone on to the blues. Anything below 10% is the 3 moonlights, and anything above 10% you start going into the blues then. There's 16 royal blue at 450 nanometers. There's 32 blue at 460 nanometers. That's channel 1, the blue channel. Then you've got 14 cool white, 12,000K. You've got 12 natural white at 7,500K. You've got 10 warm white at 3,500K. 4 red at 660 nanometers. 4 green at 520 nanometers. And 4 violet at 420 nanometers. That's channel 2. And I guess channel 3 is just your blue moonlights. I'm running it at the moment, it's about 1/3 of the power on white and just under half the power on the blue, because I didn't want to shock the corals or anything, so I set off pretty lowish. The LEDs that I use are 180 degree spread, but they incorporate a lens which I'll lift up and show you in a minute. It narrows it down to 90 degree, so you can get more penetration and better depth in par. So I'll just tip it over for you if I can. You can see the display a bit better. Custom. You can see all the LEDs. They're just the blue ones. Had a little mishap, I've dropped a packing. There we go. Level it out. So there we go, it's more level down. There's 3 fans I don't think we're going to get a very good look at the fans. There's one in the middle, there's one there, and as you can hear water trickle more than you can hear the fans. While we're up at this end, I had to do a repair on the protein skimmer where the outlet pipe is there, and it cracked before I siliconed. It didn't work. After I don't know how many months, it packed in. So what I've done, I've used clear acrylic 2-part mix and built around it, made it thicker, filled the cracks in, and it's like part of the skimmer. You can polish it up and make it clear and blend in, but no one's going to see it back there, and it's more of a permanent cure. Tested it for 4 hours, not a drip, not a leak. So I'm just going to see how that goes on, because for the last couple of weeks I were getting drips down the back of the tank and it were going onto the carpet, which obviously doesn't go down very well. So I had to put my prism on while I took this to work and repaired it. But yeah, I'm well impressed. I've got it back to normal. It's bubbling away. My refugium while we're here is doing really well. The new Cheeto is growing like you wouldn't believe. It's just full of Cheeto there. Look, we've got enough light to show you properly. Look, the refugium's doing really well. The Kent marine mud, mineral mud, is brilliant stuff. Like I say, it's a third of the cost, and it's doing a brilliant job. So we'll go back to the main tank. I'll do it with the remote control, and I'll try and show you with the remote how you can alter things. Like you've got sunny. We'll start off with the low one because I don't want to show the fish. There should be one. Moon, which I think could have been that one. Hold on a second, bear with me. Sorry, a little fault. That's the moon with just the 3 LEDs on a low percentage. That's a cloudy, and then that's sunny. That's back to my custom. What I might do, I'll edit it here and I'll get you to where my lights are set at what I have them set at for midday. So I'll be back with you. Back with you again. I've just got them set now to where I have them for midday, and that is at 44% blues and 33% white, and all the things over the last 5 days are acclimating to it. I'll show you the corals how they are. Colony of green polyps. They're doing really well. Starting to cover the rock. I think this one's an elephant's ear, really. An elephant's ear. And as you can see, because the lights have all just been building up, it's just starting to open up. The polyps are opening up now on that. The first couple of days it weren't happy, but now it's getting used to its position and the lights. There's the purple Kenya tree, which is not acclimated yet. It's might need a couple of days. It does things like this, and then it'll eventually come back to its full glory. The Medusa, I think that likes these lights. It seems to want to be reaching up to them, so that seems to have shown some effect by the LEDs. It likes them. The red Ricardia mushrooms are colonising like you wouldn't believe. When I thought I got that rocket, it had about 11 of them on. It's got about 17. They're starting to spread and produce more, so they're doing really well. A Turbinara, that's doing really well. It's not affected by the LEDs. It seems to like them. It likes its position. The Brain, it started to go downhill, so when it were on the sandbed, it did well when I bought it off the bloke. It picked up, but then it went downhill. And now that I've moved it up there, up the floor, up the lights, it's starting to recover again. I can actually see recovering in it. It went really flat and things, but it is recovering. Down here I've got an SPS, which snapped months and months back, and tried it in different places to be sticking up. The base is attaching itself to the rock, so I've jammed the top piece in at the side of it, and I think that now is starting to attach to the rock as well. It's like a neony green colour, and I think where the polyps will be, it seems to be a kind of a reddy colour, but I need it to grow bigger and I can see better what it is. The neon green mushrooms are doing really well from when I got them. I just got them on one piece of rock, which now I've got them there, down there, the plate. It's gone slightly downhill with the metal allies are on. I'm hoping the LEDs might recover it. It seems to be, I don't know how long they last. The new plate at the back is growing like, it's as big as the old one now, the new one on top of the rock. I don't know if you can see it proper. It's got a little green dot in the middle of it at the moment, and it's purpley pinky coloured. They're doing fine. If that one picks up again, I'll be happy. Pulsing Xenia. Even on the glass of the tank, it's attached itself. My two toads. They're loving this LED. They were doing well under the metal allies, but the polyps, you can see on that one, it's not opened up fully yet. The polyps are coming out and really opening up. I don't think you'll be able to see them on that one. They're just starting to open up on that one. So they're loving the LED. Down to my little Zoa garden. I have a little Zoa garden. Some dragon's eyes and some eagle eyes. and just normal zoas on that rock. So obviously I hope that they'll buck up and start colonising that rock area, spreading. My LPS, purple headed, green stemmed, I call it a hammer. It's hard to decide. Can't go above 18 times zoom because it don't focus. Which the clowns have hosting. That's gaining more heads. When I bought it, it had 4 heads. Now it's up to 6. And the bird's nest is still in the tank. If I can find it, which is there. It wasn't doing well under the metal allies. I don't know if it was the positioning of it, the floor. You can see some of the ends started to bleach and go white. Then I decided to move it to there and put these LEDs on, and the white bits are slowly starting to colour up pink, which obviously is a good sign. I'm happy about that. Well, that's the tank. I hope the next few weeks I start seeing more difference in it. At the moment I've only had this LED system 5 days. Like I say, it cost me £300. They're selling them in America $450, somewhere in Canada. They're called an Evergrow, I think it's 9080 or something like that. But if you just type in Evergrow LED system, they do a lot of different ones. This one's rated up to a 4-foot tank, 120 gallon. And like I said, the fitting's only 32 inches wide. It spreads for a 4-foot tank. You can get smaller units. This is the full spectrum of LEDs. They do ones that are just blues and whites, no reds, greens or violets and stuff. But for the money, I was looking at a different brand, a name brand. You were talking $200, £200 more, and that wouldn't do a 4-foot tank. So, and the LEDs are rated for 50,000 hours. You get a 12-month warranty. So I'm just going to see how this little baby goes. But yeah, I'm happy now with where things are going. Oh, plus with the having the LED system and everything's up there on the hood, I've no big metal alloy ballasts, no timers. I've freed up a load of sockets. We've had a couple of hot days here again, and no fans required. I've no fan on the hood, just the ones built into the LED. No fan in front of the stand cooling the ballast. The temperature is staying constant, so that's another bonus. Also, I'm working it out theoretically. I should save about £120 a year in electricity and about £40 to £50 a year in bulbs, so it's £200 a year saving, which will pay for itself in just over a year, and then the other few years till the system gets old will make me a saving, which will maybe buy other goodies for the tank. So that's a long awaited update. I'll do a couple more updates on this LED showing you how the corals are reacting, but that's it for now. Cheers for watching. Laters.